Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Mad Gamer JJWH, and it has been 1 year since the Avengers has been out. I'm gonna bring you a Hawkeye game. They are saying that there could be a PlayStation announcement on the September 8th. It would be exciting to hear that if we did get Spider-Man soon. Um, they are giving out these fragments and XP collectors. I do recommend that you go online, but let's get into my Hawkeye stuff. So I missed the sword, but the arrow are both cosmic, and it has the cosmic scatter shot, so it's really good for getting HP and absorbing cosmic damage, as well as putting out damage, because not a lot of guys are defensively sound. There's the sword there. It doesn't have a lot of stats, but I find the split shot, you're just always getting a cosmic reaction. I also go the ion charge. Mostly I just go the cluster arrows with the range stuff as well. I try not to do too much aiming because the scatter shot is really just the best here for this Hawkeye. But I go also the twin arrows just to get more status damage output. But the fact that this one is the lightning, so I just deal lightning with my heroics, and then I'll deal cosmic with just my arrows, and my heavy combo is really like detrimental. You'll see it right here. I find going with the cosmic, it really takes out a lot of more enemies than any other element. I find it is like the least resistant to a lot of enemies, so I like cosmic damage the most, and it also builds up your health, as you can see there, once they are afflicted. So I'm constantly just using that. So it's pretty much like it's a glass cannon effect, but you just keep giving damage, and that's how you receive your health. And I have a couple other that have like tachyon shields and are more defensively that way, but this one I more so use the cosmic effect to gain health, and then I can also, once they are charged up, use my ultimate heroic ability, and then after that, if they aren't fully charged up with the lightning effect as well, I can always put another assault right over top of them. That will usually finish them off. I find doing the cosmic first to gain some health, or you can go the lightning first to get rid of shields, and then do the cosmic effect on them. That's what I find the best orders are to go, kind of. But this is a very good class for doing a lot of damage. It is my favorite one so far. The cosmic scatter shot arrows from the OLT are just messed up. Like, I didn't think it existed until I got it one time. I already did it 3 times, I think, with Hawkeye, and at that time my hope was lost. I didn't really get any good arrows, but I did get this cosmic set. It is pretty nice. As you can see here, I'm just taking out the rest of these guys. Nice combos. We're gonna take on Maestro here, show you a little bit more. The HP, the way it goes down is kind of similar to what you'd see if it was high level, but the actual numbers on the screen are technically just like, I feel like, debuffed, or else I would be ridiculously overpowered. But as you can see, I don't have much cosmic damage like with the scatter shot, so I can use the precision arrows, which are also the cosmic, but I use it more to knock other enemies out of the way, and it also gains health from them once they're afflicted, so that's how I just recuperate there. I don't know if there was a Hawkeye. No, it was just me. But that was pretty much it for that one. I don't know what was going on here. I think I was just getting notifications, but this loot cargo guy was here. Took him out pretty nice and quick. Show you a loot explosion. This is all part of the 1-year anniversary, so I would say it would be the best time would be approximately now for you to get on, because every DLC is out. If you haven't played in a while, you can jump on, use my Hawkeye Loadouts. This is still the first one. This is all the cosmic energy. You can see I think, yeah, this is a mission I'm doing by myself, so you can actually see the the real numbers and what I'm putting out, those cosmic arrows deal a good 14,000, which is pretty much, it destroys typical minion bots and like the peacekeeper, well, not the peacekeepers, but they are a little bit more health than typical exos. But the tornado ruins everything, even glitched enemies like this. It definitely sucked them up and destroyed them right there. I was so close to restarting here, but with Hawkeye, chances are you won't have to. I would say Thor and maybe even Cap have like almost the same range for hitting bots outside of map, but Hawkeye is pretty good for not having to restart if you just know the quirks. He does have a lot of range, so even if you do see a guy in a corner, you can just switch your assault hero and change the ion charge to the plasma tornadoes. These aren't my plasma tornadoes, it's a spin guy, so he's actually trying to lower mine down, but as you can see, I throw down the lightning. I think he's lightning charged right here. No, I make sure he's lightning charged right here, and then I kind of just go in. But yeah, that was pretty much it for that one. So now I go, this is my lightning build. It is really good for taking out shields. It took me a little bit to actually get used to it again because I haven't done this one, but it is also the cluster. But what I do is I change the lightning to the plasma, so that way I do the lightning cold and then do the plasma with the hot damage, and they create the battery effect, and it does some nice damage output. I also like the range on the assault on this one. I prefer it more actually, so you can really see when I bring out my next one, because it is an OLT build as well. It does some pretty good damage. This lightning one, I don't know what it's really best for. I think it's really good for just big groups. If you're doing like the harm room, I would say it would be nice and easy with this one because the twin arrows do lightning damage, but the arrows give you an extra 20% lightning charge, so you can keep going with those twin arrows. It'll pretty much destroy all your enemies for like a good little bit, plus the extra lightning from the scatter shot just to do with the other enemies, and that way it doesn't use up all the usages for your twin arrows. Right here I just got frozen. You can see that this class doesn't have a lot of defense. That's kind of why I don't use it. It is mostly range damage. That's why you see me spamming the scatter shot a lot, and I think it is pretty high in Valor, but as you can see, you pretty much always have to use the heavy combo, so it is better to have an actual class with the heavy combo. That's a different element. This one is not. The one before was actually a cosmic heavy tornado, and that I think is like one of the best because you can gain so much health if you need to, but with Hawkeye you have your support. You don't really see me using it a lot here because, you know, it does get used more with this class and my other class, but I still don't really use the support with my cosmic. But this one here, it's more about the assault, just because it has more damage output. I find the plasma and the extra range that has is just mind-blowing. I feel Hawkeye can tear up a room in seconds and you don't have to move very far, and if you do move, it's mostly because that's just what the move does. I find this is like most best for enemies, where the cosmic and my ice is more of a heavy hitter. Here's my ice build here, so it is still all the defense and the heroics are all still the same. The only two things I change are my specialties and possibly the armor and possibly the specialties. But right here I just switched the swords and the arrow to my ice build. You'll see here I have precision and the pulsar arrows. This one doesn't have the split shot, so it is more effective. This is a very precision based build too, where the defense in this one is the extra Jarvis shield, but this class doesn't have very much melee potential. It is more ranged, split shot, and the pulsar arrows for massive damage. The tornado is more so for slowing the enemies down, and then I can hit them with my heroic because it is the plasma, and once they're nice and cooled down like this, you can drop the tornado, and it doesn't show the extra tornado damage, the plasma showing up, but there was some extra battery damage in there. Here's a little bit of a more closer look at that extra damage output. I'm pretty sure right there I may have hit 1.5 million just with that extra battery charge. Right now the ice damage isn't showing up. Sometimes the elements don't show up, but it'll take up an extra space. It'll just be invisible. It won't show like the actual element being output, but as long as you know what's going on, I recommend you do an ice tornado, and then right after you do your assault, just to get them right in the mix. But this is more of a defensive, ranged, stay back, and output damage that way. It is very good for OLT, for taking out and slowing the boss. I hope I showed you guys some good techniques here with the gear loadouts. I do recommend that you get on. There's a lot of free stuff coming out this week. It's a great time to grind and get this gear set out for you guys. Anyways, have a good night, and thanks for watching.